Hello, Cactus crew. How are you guys going? And if you're new here, hi, I'm Bill. Welcome. I know there's a few of you new cacti, so Cactus High 10. Make sure you slap those. Yeah. Look, let's not think where we're going wrong and stall on the wrong words. How's everybody going? I had a little bit of a mishap. I was cruising along in my Cactus Cadillac and then I hit a roadblock, which means I had to change the whole stream within 10 minutes. And I don't work at a fast pace. I'm a snail. Spirit animal is my snail. So what did I do? Well, I've changed it. I had a backup. Luckily, this is another video that I wanted to comment on or react to. Probably react to, because I feel like it's a bit of a 3-on-1 situation here. What am I talking about? We're heading back to May 15, 2020, when Katie was on the Laughing in Disbelief podcast. And that is also the same guy, like Andrew Hoare, who also has a column. I think Laughing in Disbelief is a column on Patheos. So that's how Katie came into contact with them, because I don't know how otherwise, as you'll see. Yeah, both Andrew and Sam Slade, well, Andrew Hoare and Sam Slade, they are stand-up comedians. And yeah, Laughing in Disbelief, and they have Katie. I mean, gosh, it's something I watched in 2020, but now it will be so much better to watch, and that's where we are going. So if you would like to join me, if you don't, well, no, that's where we're going, just because, why? I don't know. I know I confused everyone, so we'll just have to take our time at the beginning and just wait for everyone to join us. But yeah, replay crew, check out the timestamps in the description box below. There'll also be extra links down there that you'll want to check out. And then afterwards, I will pin a comment as well with the important stuff. But yeah, come in and have a good old chin wag with the Cactus crew in the chat. Yeah, chinwag, someone like had me up like against the wall and was like, what a rude thing. I'm like, dude, I've been saying chinwags way before Katie, you know, way before Janelle, way before chin was even a subject on the table. It's Aussie slang. So I even say it with my mates, let's go have a good old chin wag. But yeah, you can come in and have one and see how much your chin really wags or not. But yeah, let's just get into where we are. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. I'm watching some Cactus crew roll in now on the chat. I'm like, thank God you found me. I changed the directions last minute. Damn, I knew I was too organized. It never worked for me. Maybe because I overthought it. I brought it on myself. Okay, guys, we'll get into it. Everything I say is my own opinion, yada, 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 you know? No, do you know though? Do you really know? I don't know. Well, I do know. Sorry about the confusion. Like I said in the beginning, I hit a road block and could not continue. I don't know what's going on, and didn't have the brain power to sit around and try and figure it out. Like, I just want to get things moving. And sorry about Friday as well. You know, life, summer in Australia, the festivals are starting now. It's gearing up to be full on. But where are we? Let's bring it back to reality, because that's not where we are. Where are we right now? We're going to watch Laughing in Disbelief, the one with Katie. And yeah, like I said, Andrew Hoare, who's also has a column I think Laughing in Disbelief, and something else like on Patheos. That's how he ran into Katie. And then Sam Slade. And yeah, I remember watching this in 2020, but I'm going to have such a different reaction now because, like, yeah, like I said, they are stand-up comedians, and I am now as well, like literally legit bona fide. Is it bona fide or bona fide? Oh, I should. Okay, look, I'm not a dictionary. Okay, let's bring Katie in. Oh, but where are we? I've forgotten how to use the computer. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I press this button and close my eyes and hope for the best. Oh, look. Oh, yeah. So I just wanted to point out quickly. Look, guys, this is the chat. I rarely see the chat because I'm all about the visual. Yeah, like if you're new, I love body language and I often tune out when Katie's involved. And so I miss a lot of what she says because I'm, you know, in survival mode, but also loving what her body language is telling me, which is complete opposite. But yeah, look at everyone. This is the old crew, you know, this is 2020. But then there's also the comments. I love it. Katie talking about parenting. This is what we have to look forward to. Queen of Shady. Katie Joyless. I know. I really, really wonder why they put her middle name as Joy. Did they really need it? Is that why she's so joyless? Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're coming in, guys. And also, I think Katie has some issues. We'll try and figure it out, but I'm just going to press play because I don't want to dribble on too much. Oh, and of course, I'm going to go bigger. How do I go bigger? Oh, questions that are pondered so much in the box and outs, but I never quite answered. I'm not saying anything. Someone who whispered that said that, not me. Oh, where can I fit? Guys, oh, I'm pretty small. Fuck. This is like, I can't choose and it's annoying. So
it's a shame. It's literally our birthright.
I have to tell you, I got my 23andMe results back maybe
no,
about.
My heart. It's a Friday.
Is that blurry for anyone else? Well, like is that blurry? It's really blurry.
Andy.
About a year and a half ago, and up until that time, I did not know that I had considerable Irish blood in me.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was that much of a shock. It was like going to see a Chris Nolan movie and being like, oh shit, the timeline doesn't make sense. I'm so shocked.
Right? A white guy from Boston finds out he's Irish. Who would have thought it?
That is so good. I was worried you were going to say, like, that's why I haven't done my 23andMe. Is because I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it and go like, oh, I'm not Irish or Scottish. I'm like Welsh. And boo, who the fuck wants that?
Welsh? You're Welsh?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I haven't done it because I'm worried that I'm going to get some weird result.
Hey.
Hi.
How you doing, Katie?
Whew, I'm good. Sorry. Oh. Good. How are you guys?
I'm getting some weird sounds. Do you hear weird sounds?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I forgot how she needs to be schooled on her on her microphone and headphone situation. But I love this when they get this feedback because everyone sounds like God. Oh, hey, Sarah. Welcome. We're just starting, so good timing.
Sam?
Yeah,
I hear myself.
I think it's us coming through.
We are coming through your speakers.
Really? I've never heard that before.
I swear to my fictitious God, I'm not making this up. And now that I hear my own voice, I'm personally disgusted by this.
I don't have
I'm usually disgusted by your voice.
I don't normally wear headphones.
Okay.
when I do these.
Well, there is definitely that rate. Now, Sam, you used to work in radio.
Mhm.
There would be the time where the person calls into the radio station.
Turn the radio down.
Are you watching the stream? Like, do you have the audio on, like for the stream?
I'm sorry to cut in with Dum Dum, but welcome everybody in chat. I'm so glad you guys found me after, doing a little switcheroo of directions. Yeah, we're just starting, and Katie, of course, it's not her fault that there's feedback in the audio. They're asking her to wear headphones. She used to wear headphones, you know, when she was switched on and not so focused on her look. And this is May 2020, by the way, which I'm thinking, like, how long did she wear the headband for? Like, this whole year? I think so. That's why she lost hair.
Like, is that why you hear my voice?
I have to tell you, this is the third time I've streamed. We haven't had this problem before.
Do you have a pair of like earbuds or AirPods or something handy?
I've never done. Hold on, you guys.
Okay, yeah, take your time. So Sam and I will just
look
stop.
at that guy.
That's a cute dog.
Cute dog.
Yeah.
Adorable dog. Well, this is going great.
What this is, it's live entertainment. That's what this is, Sam.
That's why you're a professional, Andrew Hall. You are not going to let a little thing. I got to tell you, before I forget, I've been meaning to tell you this for weeks. We have slipped into some weird, like, Tourette's catchphrase thing around here.
Tell me. Yeah.
Why no? I guess I might have done it on Jackson. I think I did it on here with you, where I just Tourette's 80s movie quotes lately. But one that the girlfriend and I have been doing lately is the old Bill O'Reilly, fuck it, let's do it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. You remember that? We
Yes,
put that on hard copy. So we've been doing that. And just now, that's all I could think about was Bill O'Reilly's sweaty face going, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fast forward.
I know, relevant 25-year-old clip. Thank you. Thank you.
But I like it.
Something I was going to bring to your attention. I saw a trailer for a film yesterday called
Because I remember he stirs Katie up, or like he makes it clear that he's onto Katie, and she totally, her whole, everything changes. She goes from being like talky to shieldy. But I think they also discuss corn. So yeah, just heads up, because they're males, you know.
Unhinged.
What's unhinged about?
Russell Crowe refusing to lose the weight from the Roger Ailes TV show. He's just nice, fat, and comfortable. And basically, one bad day of road rage causes him to lose his goddamn mind and chase some poor woman and her son down, like across the state, because they cut him off in traffic, like to the point where he's terrorizing. It's easily the scariest role I've seen Russell Crowe play.
Can I just say, like, Russell Crowe, right? When he was at the Australian Open and like the tennis, and he's sitting there, like, he's just double the size. And I'm not like body size shaming at all, but I'm just like, I think the camera zoomed in and he was on his third hot dog, and I just didn't like that kind of shit. But he's so angry. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. I don't like him. Okay.
Like, by far.
You know, it's similar to the old Stephen King story, and I think it's called Joust. Maybe it was during this, but not this year.
That sucks, man. I'm pissed off I don't get to see new Ghostbusters this summer. I'm pissed off. Well, I probably won't get to see new Wonder Woman in theaters this summer.
She takes a while to come back. What happened? Did she have to disconnect, have a little cry, have a little stomp around, yell at everyone, and then come back? And, oh, has she gone to get headphones? Oh, I'm already tuned out. Oh, okay. So she had to go down in the basement. That's where the Wi-Fi router is, by the way. That's why her internet is shit, because it's down in the basement. Everything's down there. Yeah, and if you've just joined, this is May 15, 2020, Katie on Laughing in Disbelief, their podcast. Yeah, hopefully She is ready. Are you ready, Katie? Let's go and see if Katie's ready.
But
well,
he will answer us at some point.
Do you think that this will
Katie's back.
Will this lead to a boom in the drive-in movie theater?
How you doing?
Hi, is that better?
Oh,
my
awesome.
God, Katie, that is so much better. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
You know, so I was just talking about and saying about those wonderful things about you before you came on about how you should have like some kind of advanced degree in reality show studies.
Oh my gosh, you know.
and then I was thinking, you know, we talked less than a year ago, Katie.
Yeah.
What the hell happened between now and then? Because it seems like a decade.
I thought we talked. Didn't we talk? It was less than a year ago.
It was June 2019 because I was looking at the clip.
You are kidding me.
I shit you not.
No.
It was 2019 June, and I was at my old place because I moved in with my girlfriend. We both moved just at the beginning of the COVID-19 crisis. We moved because it was already set up. So I'm in my new digs, and you know, I mean, it was like a whole nother world back then.
No way. I feel like but I talked to you on Instagram and on Twitter.
We do talk to each other on Instagram and Twitter, but I feel like between like June last year and now, there's been like a sea change with your YouTube channel. And I mean, you're doing basically the same thing. You know, I'm getting ahead of myself. First of all, for those of the people who aren't acquainted with you and your work, how would you describe what you do?
I am a blogger. You know me because we met when we were working together at Patheos.
Yep.
And Jack and Suzanne were like my buddies, my mentors. You're still all of you are still my friends. I still love you guys so much. He meant to.
Oh, Suzanne. We need to catch up with Suzanne. Bring her onto the cactus couch and make her sit on it without a cushion. I'm just being stupid. But they also interviewed Suzanne for the Naked Diner podcast. So, yeah, that'd be interesting to listen to as well. Shout out if you're listening, Suzanne.
But yeah, we all met at Patheos where I was doing a lot of stuff about, what was I doing back then?
You were exposing homeopaths.
Yeah, homeopathic stuff. Yes, homeopathic stuff. So like people that were telling kids to drink turpentine and bleach and, you know, people that
Enough about the president though, right?
Oh my God, I know I saw that. I was like, what the hell? People that were like burning their body parts off with that like black salve. Yeah. And then doing some stuff with the anti-vax stuff with the various players in that industry sort of pushing their misinformation. And gosh, I did stuff with birth, like all the crazy birth stuff.
Yeah.
Then
the crazy birth stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the ladies that are like, I don't need help with anything.
Horrible.
Yeah. And then I sort of like, I don't know, YouTube sort of took me in a different direction. Not that I still am not passionate about those topics. Like I still really don't like that, but I feel like these platforms are getting so much better about policing that kind of information.
Yeah.
Facebook put a huge crackdown due to so many outlets like me and NBC and, you know, HEMIT and all of these media outlets basically like screaming at these platforms saying, why are you allowing these on your platform? So YouTube cracked down, Facebook cracked down, Twitter cracked down, which was awesome. Like, and you get disclaimers now.
She's talking so much shit because like Facebook and Instagram, we all know that Katie is still on those two platforms, Meta. And think of all the stuff that's on Instagram. Like there's so much shit on there. Like if you aren't strictly there for one thing and you go scrolling, oh my God. And that's allowed on there. But like Katie's stuff was removed like on Reddit, Twitter, banned her account, took her account away. Multiple accounts, yeah. So those two are good. They look good. I don't know about, you know, I'm not really a cheerleader for X. Like, God, is it porn star looking? It is. I went to x.com/itscrystalbill and it wasn't what I expected or anyone. Oh, hey, everyone in chat. Okay, we've got to get back. We're not far in, but I've oomped up the speed now. Hopefully it's not too fast, but yeah, I think it's normal now.
On YouTube when there's misinformation, you know, and so when that happened, unfortunately, the algorithm kicked me in the butt because even if you did things that were debunking it, they would flag you,
which is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I had always had this, you know, I feel like Dale, our former editor, he would always say, like, you are kind of like a salad, like a mixed salad, like you don't really have I don't even know, like you're not one thing. You don't blog about one thing. You kind of just blog about whatever you want to talk about.
Right. And you do it intelligently. I was just looking at some of your older videos and some of your newer videos too. But there are, like, you sprinkle in skepticism in there.
Yeah.
And stuff that people should know, but they typically don't, like lie detector test. There was something about a lie detector test. And you're like, those things don't work, you know. They're not allowed in a court.
Yeah.
They don't work.
No, oh my gosh. All the studies about lie detector tests are crazy. Like, they're just so inaccurate. And they can be manipulated so easily, and they have never been able to scientifically determine that voice changes or that reactions indicate that someone's lying.
Yes.
Oh my God, Katie, it's got nothing to do with that. It's pulses, like your pulse changes, your heat of your skin, your body heat, other things that you are so unaware of. Didn't she dismiss body language at one time? And God, her body language tells us the truth. I can't focus. Like, I don't know where to look because of the headband. It's just thrown me off. I wasn't prepared.
Because a pathological liar can lie and not even look like they're lying.
Completely. Because if you feel, you know, there's that old Seinfeld joke, right? When George says to Jerry, you know, if you believe the lie, you're not really lying. So a sociopath who has a mastery over their own physiological responses, it's not going to show up in a lie detector test.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Erin says that she's been working with the anti-vax movement for 3 years and Facebook hasn't done anything. Well, I'm not saying that like they've done better at cracking down. Of course, it's still an issue. I'm not claiming that it's better. You know what I mean? I'm not claiming that this has somehow disappeared.
Katie, it's okay. Erin's a liar.
Oh, I don't know. Like, I'm not making any sort of claims like it's like 100% better. It's just you get really exhausted of fighting irrational beliefs and like ones that are rooted in misinformation. And you get to a point where it's like, no matter what you say, they're not going to believe you. And, you know, sometimes you just have to, like, I have to move on. I have to do something different. I have to cover other things. And I've always had a passion for, you know, like I've always had guilty pleasures of reality television.
Sure.
And then also just any sort of abuse or violence or, you know, people that are assaulted, sexual assault, that kind of stuff. And it actually kind of happened by accident. I started covering some of the teen moms because they were arrested or they were in the news for losing their children. And it just sort of sent me into this rabbit hole of all of these really problematic things that happen on reality television. And you just sort of.
So I'm going to ask you a loaded question.
Yeah.
Hey, can I just chime in with one thing, Andy? I just want to point out that I used to run into Farrah Abraham a lot at the strip club here in Austin.
Oh, did you?
Go ahead. Andy, I'm sorry. That's a teen mom.
Oh, I'm acquainted.
Okay, like, heads up if anyone has an issue with corn and stuff, because going to be talking about Farrah Abraham and her stuff, you know, not just Teen Mum, what got her fired from Teen Mum. But oh, it's good they bring up this. Katie thinks she's an expert on Teen Mum, but I don't even want to go there. Like, she's shitting me. So her post on Janelle, but we'll talk about that later. She's just so serious. She's just can't chill with people. Plus, oh my God, I need to do a 3-person chat so I can be on the bottom and pretend to pass something to the people up the top. And they would work with me and make it work. Okay, this is just what I'm thinking about. I'm not even listening. I've got to listen. Sorry, guys. Come up for breath. Let's go.
With some of Miss Abrams' work.
Okay, we're going to have to see 2 hands, sir.
theory is the communities where teen mom is broadcasted, there are actually low rates of teen pregnancy.
Well, I think initially, I mean, I have no idea. Like, I think initially the show had the momentum to bring to light, you know, the realities of teen mothers and helped people see I feel like when it all launched 10 years ago, it was very different than what we're seeing today.
Okay.
And I feel like the show has changed a lot. Again, these are my opinions.
Sure.
So I think when it all started, it came from this place of we're going to help people realize the challenges of raising children when you're still a child yourself, you know, and we're going to talk about, you know, birth control, and we're going to plant all these PSAs about knowing about birth control and know your options, you know, and all of that. And I think at one point it did bring down teen pregnancy, but I wouldn't just say that you can say it was just teen mom.
Sure.
I think, you know, we've had better education in schools. You know, we've had better access to birth control for kids. We've had less abstinent only education. So is it the teen mom part of it? Sure. But I'm sure other parts of it are what's going on in education and with the government. You know what I mean?
So what you're saying, or what I'm hearing at least, and tell me if I'm wrong, is that the show has veered into more of gratuitous entertainment. Is that?
No, I think what happened, and this is what I get from when I cover the show, is that a lot of the people that watch it will say that the girls used to be like endearing and sweet, and it used to be this watching the struggles of a girl trying to raise a child. And over the years, these girls have become rich, and you've lost that reality. So that teen mothers who once identified with them can't, because they're like, well, I can't go to Hawaii or Costa Rica or this or that. I don't have an $800,000 home. I'm not on TV talking about how famous I am. I'm not worried about this or that related to, you know, they've made a lot of money. And listen, like, get it. Like, I'm all about like, go get it, go get your child, like make your money. But at the same time, like, I feel like you can't expect, like, I feel like audiences are very intelligent, and I feel like
especially the MTV audience.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that was sarcastic.
I feel that way too.
Right. So, oh, hi, Unirach. There's Rach in there. She's one of my friends, and so is Housewives.
She's one of your peoples.
Yeah, I love Rach.
I just have to say, I can relate to, and I know exactly what Katie's talking about, because when
I think that was sarcastic. Yeah, like point out the obvious pulp Paulson. And then she doesn't even laugh. Like she takes sarcasm as a personal attack or something. I don't know. She's given me, got something, you know, like what's wrong? What's wrong down there? Oh, hey, Brendel. Every time you come in, I never get a chance to say hi. So I'm making sure I say hi now. Because I've seen you a few times the last few lives. Oh my God. Guys, don't watch my last live. I can't even remember what it was. I think it was the one that scarred me again, like by my own doing. So this is why we're going to stuff with laughing in the title, Katie. You don't go on a podcast that's satire with two comedians and then get offended by them being sarcastic. We should just loosen up a little bit, just a little bit.
think about what's happened to the women on Teen Mom over the years and the way the show has changed since the way it was when it started. Because I remember when it started, you know, it's guilty pleasure television for everybody. But the way these women have sold out over the years, I put it right up there next to when Paul McCartney did that song with Michael Jackson in '83.
That's a fascinating. Yeah, I was thinking actually that it sounds like it went into a WWE kind of world where.
Yeah, it really did. And I feel like back in the day, early footage of the show was very much not scripted the way that it is today. I feel like the problem we're seeing a lot with reality television now is so much manipulation and interference by production to create scenes and to create drama that people don't really even buy what it is that you're watching. And, you know, then you have bloggers or media that can poke holes in everything that they're putting out there and saying, well, that was scripted or that was faked or this was faked. And I feel like if you remember way back when The Real World debuted, remember how
I totally remember that.
Remember how raw that was? There was
very raw.
Nothing scripted. I mean, even if you think about the very first reality shows like the Osbournes or Jessica and Nick, the Newlyweds. Like
they got married in Austin.
They were scripted. They were scripted. As much as like you don't want it to be real, they were scripted. Everything was produced for TV. It wasn't real. I guess Big Brother is probably the most realist. And I didn't watch The Real World until later on. Actually, no, I can't even think. I can't think on the spot.
Yeah, and none of that was really scripted. That was very just like, you saw Jessica acting a fool and she didn't even care. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
and you saw Ozzy practically passed out from being so intoxicated fighting with a remote. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't faked. But now
Ozzy Osbourne does drugs.
Yeah. But today it's sort of it's ping pong together where that storylines and real life sort of, they're blurred.
Sure. And they're intentionally blurred. So in order to get clicks and to sell merchandise and to get viewers.
Right. And what Saying Clark said is Teen Mom should be about struggles being a young mom. Now they definitely have no struggles. And that's the thing, is that these girls are, I think there's still some things that you see, because if you look at the statistics of people that have children while they're young, there's a higher likelihood that they'll have another child while they're still young, which we've seen. There's a higher likelihood that there will be, incidences of domestic violence and of divorces and of, substance abuse, incarceration of parents.
Oh yeah.
And that, that all comes from, I feel like I found that at the Department of something, child welfare, I think, has stuff about it, because there's a reason why they want to reduce teen pregnancy. And it's not just because we don't want teens raising teens, but they've done enough studies to show that, there's so many challenges of the immature, underdeveloped brain.
Right. And, Katie, we're both parents, and Sam is immature, so he can understand this from, the other side of the equation. The parenting is really hard. I wasn't a parent until my 30s. And even then, I didn't really think I was equipped.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh my God. I was saying the other day on, well, I can't even remember where, but that's irrelevant, that Katie and Toad, they are worse than an episode of 16 and Pregnant. I feel like even 16 and Pregnant put in more effort to try and learn how to parent and raise a child, and put their, like so many in 16 and Pregnant, like try to go down the sober path for their kids. Katie doesn't. She didn't. This is all my opinion, but she, we've seen that she is her son's biggest disability. And as soon as I say that, boom, my brain can't think. But it's just weird how she's so serious. Even, like, what do I expect though? A comic? This could be her chance to just loosen up a bit.
And I've been married for a period of time too, before having children. And even then, it was just a different world.
Yeah, very much so. And it's not to say that there's not, I feel like anytime I make these kinds of statements, there'll be that one teen mom in the audience that will be like, but that didn't happen to me. You know what I mean? And so I feel like it doesn't happen to everyone, right?
No,
like,
of course not. And you know what? This is where the skepticism comes in too, right?
Yeah.
It's about, yes, there's always going to be anecdotal cases
Correct.
where this person does exceptionally well, or having a child at 18 really turned this person's life around. But overall, when you look at the numbers, it predisposes people towards a whole host of horrible things happening to them.
Unfortunately.
Do you guys remember when Puck put his fingers in Pedro's peanut butter? And
oh my God.
Like, that's it. We're going to have to vote him out of the house. This is bullshit, Puck.
Oh my God. I haven't thought about Puck and that incident for decades, Sam.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Oh, do you remember when Dave pulled the blanket off that chick in the hallway and got voted off?
That I don't remember.
Remember he's at Half Baked?
Oh my God, I'm loving the subtitles. Why have I never put subtitles on it before? This is so good. I don't have to listen. I hate listening. I prefer to just close my ears off and, read people's lips and the beautiful words on the screen. But what's shitting me is it's not in capitals and it's really small. Oh, don't get thrown off. What was Katie saying? I forgot. Threw myself off again.
He's the guy who's like, drug tape for weed. No, he's
that someone else is called Puck. I've met a Puck and I thought there's no one else in this world that is called that. And by reading the subtitles, that's what this person's name was. Yeah. Yeah.
He's the real comic. He was on Real World.
Oh.
And then Chappelle was friends with him and he put him in Half Baked.
This is the problem with putting comedians on reality shows. I think it's just, make things crazy.
And see, the funny thing is in today's day and age, Puck would have never been kicked off. You know
Never.
what I mean? They would have kept him on there because he is great. He brought in ratings.
Well, Katie, the difference was because MTV was still concerned with the general well-being of the people involved in the production, as opposed to now, where it's psychological torture and you signed up for the shit. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's sort of where I'm at now as someone covering this, right? So I have you get to a point where these girls have made a lot of money and MTV has made them rich, and it's kind of like the Mama June effect, right? Like these people can make bad choices and still make a ton of money.
Yeah.
Because nobody can turn away from a train wreck. And unfortunately, what I see when I look at it from more of a critical lens is I think about the people like the children or the people that are on the other side of, if it's abuse or whatever, that are like the victims of it. And what does it feel like for an abuser to be able to make so much money pushing a narrative that's has no truth or to reality?
And you don't only mean the pathetic fat guys.
Oh my God. That's what you've done. Exploited children and made so much money off other people's trauma. You know, hashtag trauma is not tea, isn't tea. Katie, I mean, you still got tea in your intro. You're a tea channel making money. You're so annoying because there's just no register. There's just nothing clicks. Oh, I'm like that. She's got no self-awareness. I just can't. It still does my head in. I can't even get the words out properly. Like my whole mouth is like, how does this person have no self-awareness? It's just, God, that's her. She's so glowy down there next to the subtitles. Look at them both looking down. Like, it's Katie. They're seeing this on their screen, aren't they? So they're looking down. I love it. The first time Katie's not on top. She's a bit cornered in as well, but I love it. Come on, drop a joke. Drop a joke.
Getting played by the Russian women on 90 Day Fiancé.
Right.
So you would definitely classify that a lot of what goes on, or some of the stuff that goes on Teen Mom, is child abuse.
Well, I don't think I would say that. No.
Okay.
I mean,
Can I say it?
I don't think I would ever make a blanket statement like that. I think a lot of the kids are fine.
Sure. Well, that's good.
I think there's been incidences. There's been arrests. There's been court proceedings that you can look to, but not all the moms. No, I mean,
yeah, that's good. That's
guys,
good.
this is unreal. All morning, people have been trying to hack into my Instagram and my Facebook, and I just keep getting bing, 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 bing.
Well, maybe don't.
Oh, May 2020. Do we need some context where we are? Because December 2019 was the whole where she got LB's channel taken down. So all that was still going on. And remember, she deleted her Facebook and deleted her Twitter and then started saying that hackers were hacking in, but it's not even hacking. It's just, you know, scare tactics of like password error pings, you know. It's not hacking. She just wishes she got hacked. Imagine if an actual scammer got into Katie's account. I don't want to wish this on you, but just letting you know what real hacking is, Katie. And then just locked her out and then continue to just get all the profits, like change the bank account and everything. That's happened to multiple people that I have followed on YouTube and on Instagram. So that kind of sucks. Like mainly musicians and like, oh man, it sucks. But it wouldn't for you. I don't know if it would suck for you. I think it would. Your fans would love it. A change of pace, a bit of silence.
Badmouth the teen moms and people won't try to hack.
Oh
shit,
my God!
You know what I mean?
Since we've been live, 4 just now, 5. This is insane.
I've talked with people who, I mean, you have a great YouTube channel. You have a good amount of subscribers, but I haven't seen as much hate directed at a YouTube channel as I have towards yours, Katie.
I don't know. I don't think that's true. I think a lot of YouTubers have a lot of hate. I mean, look at what's going on. It happens to every canceling and trolling happens to all YouTubers. It doesn't just happen to me. I think, and I think it would be ridiculous for me to say like I'm the only one that this happens to.
Right.
You know,
you're the only one I've ever heard it happening to. You know, that talks about it so much and who gets so much. You know, the stalkers and the hackers, they're coming after me, but you never log off. So how serious is the whole thing? You must, you know, think everyone's a bit dumb. Because it's like if you log off, then the hackers and all that stop. And then we'll figure out that it's you, but we've already figured out it's you, okay? Multiple times I've caught you as different people. Where are we? I was going to say, oh yeah, guys, in chat, I remembered that this has the live chat attached, so I've just changed it on the screen so you can see it. But do you prefer a full screen of just what's going on without the chat? Or do you prefer, like, yeah. So let me know. And hopefully I see it. But I might just keep it because I'm enjoying just having a little look at what people are saying. I love it. They're like, don't listen to Katie. She doesn't know how to parent or how to operate anything. I don't know. I got distracted myself there.
It's just part of the job.
Tell me about the Duggars.
Oh my God.
Because this is where I'm like intrigued.
Yeah, that's well.
I'm intrigued.
So obviously coming from Patheos, you know that on Patheos, I did a lot of stuff around cults.
Oh yeah.
And
Good work too. Good work too.
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff.
Maybe I have to ask favorite cult of all time.
Oh God. Well, first off, I wouldn't say favorite. You know what I mean? Like favorite
That's
implies.
okay. We're gonna let's.
My God, just answer the fucking question, Paulson. You know what your favorite is. I mean, you were born the week that it happened, which means you were born to cover cults, even though your channel says tea with a coffee cup.
Let's not mince words here. Just pick a favorite cult. Nobody's gonna read into it. This isn't gonna end up in some federal court. Somebody reading this back to you in 25 years. Don't worry.
I would say most interesting over the years. Well, a few. Like, I was born in 1978, and I was born a week before Jonestown happened, and so I have always been intrigued with that Jonestown story. And I feel like having clips in the newspaper from my baby book. Like, do you remember having baby books?
Oh yeah, I
might have clipped things and put it in your baby book.
I thought I was the only one that just had a baby book full of Jim Jones memories.
I do though, because I was born in 78 and I was born the same week that it happened. And so in my baby book, in the news, it's like Jonestown. And then there's this article about all these mass bodies, right? And I feel like that kind of, you know what I mean? Like,
sure, that makes an impression.
Do you guys know what she means? Like, I'm sitting here shaking my head because Katie's mum, like I've always, my little theory is that Katie's mum and her mum was a narcissist. So alcoholics as well, you know, selfish. So how does that relate to what we're seeing here? Whoa, why did I just lose my train of thought? It will come back.
That makes an impression on you, right? And then, you know, I had a boyfriend that was a Jehovah's Witness. And
Jones memories.
I do though, because I was born in.
Like, Katie talks about being a little girl in one of her Katie Dro lives in her drinking chair. She talks about being a little girl and having access to those clippings in her baby book. Like, that is a normal thing for, I can't even imagine having access. Like, when she was a little girl, she had access to pictures of massacre, like dead bodies, like the Jonestown massacre, poison, mass. No wonder she thinks she's desensitized. It's been like, you know, and so she's sitting there telling them, and there's a little bit of a silence that lingers a little bit too long because they are fathers and they can't imagine putting Jim Jones clippings in their child's baby book. She's, look, so happy to talk about it because she's got no fucking self-awareness. It's creepy as hell. It's creepy as hell. Even if, like, you know, eventually there was like a scrapbook or something like separate from the baby. I don't know why you would, like, yeah, if it was an event that happened that the week you were born, but I find it so morbid. So, like, death and birth, like, it's just, what the fuck's going on in this family? Well, it was the family that brought up KJ.
78, and I was born the same week that it happened. And so in my baby book, in the news, it's like Jonestown, and then there's this article about all these mass bodies, right? And I feel like that kind of, you know what I mean? Like,
sure, that makes an impression on you.
That makes an impression on you, right? And then, you know, I had a boyfriend that was a Jehovah's Witness, and he was disfellowshipped when we were together, and I saw the very sad realities of what that cult does to people. I watched him get lost. I watched him spiral. I watched him get in trouble with the law. I watched him just, you know, it was really sad. And I watched his family completely abandon him and disown him and shun him.
Yeah.
And I think that being a part of that at such a young age, I dated him from the time I was 17 till the time I was 19.
Wow.
And I feel like that relationship really left a print on me because I felt like I could never really help him. And I always felt like responsible for him being shunned because he was dating me.
Yeah.
He would have left.
Were you telling him to? Were you like trying to influence him to leave the church to quit the Jehovah's Witness gig?
No, they just can't date outside of the church, and that's grounds to be kicked out. You know what I mean?
And you
like,
just and you were like, come on, come over here. It'll be fun. We'll do naked stuff. You don't need to do that. That's weird, bizarre Jehovah stuff. Let's come over here. So you were just like, yeah, like you don't need to be in a cult anymore.
Well,
we'll just go do sexy teenager stuff.
First off, I didn't know it was a cult. I didn't know about cults when I was 17. You know, my mom was,
which is, by the way, a cult leader's favorite thing to hear from a 17-year-old girl.
Yeah. Well, I grew up Catholic, and
never heard of a cult. What?
And so I had my own dealings with that stuff, but you know, my mom was always just like, well, you know, that's a cult, and I was like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, and I think my mom had some concerns, but knew that I was like smart enough to know that what they were saying wasn't appropriate, and I never bought into it. I mean, his mom and dad were always trying to like pitch it to me, and
they were doing the hard stuff.
Do you guys want to see the guy that she's talking about? This is just one or two pictures of, might be a bit blurry. I'll link it below as well, but it's from the basement videos. I'll link them below. They were Katie Joy Live from 2020, where she goes through her life. But yeah, so this is like her first junior prom. Look at Katie, guys. Like, that's little Kate. Look how little she was. Also, look at I'm not sure what year this was. Was this the year Dumb and Dumber came out? I don't know, man. This haircut was big in Australia. Was it big? Not big up there. But he might just have hat hair because, you know, and it is the same guy because he's got like the little thing there. But on this picture, if you remove this, there's like a bong. Like Katie, you know. I bet that made Katie tolerable. Maybe she could pay for the weed and then her boyfriend could smoke the weed, and then it doesn't matter how annoying she is. She probably wasn't annoying. Look how little she is. Like, her head wasn't big at all. Was it? Anyway, I just thought I would add that. It's always good to, you know, now you can, when you imagine him, you can imagine him with that.
I'm worried for the guy, and I'm glad I'll be able to reach out to him.
Hope you do. Oh, sugar. My computer's like,
because as you probably remember, I work with people who have disabilities, and the house that I work at, someone's been exposed to COVID-19. So I get to be, and until all the tests come in, I'm volunteering to go in for like days and days and days and days up until all the tests come back, which should be around Thursday next week, assuming everything comes back negative. So that's what I get to look forward to. Yay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know how bad it is that I had to talk to my ex-wife. That was the situation there. It's like, so I should tell you that I'm not going to be able to see the kids for about a week or so. Probably about a week, you know, hopefully.
Wow.
So that's my COVID story.
Your kids aren't freaking out, are they?
No, my kids are older. They're 18. Geez, 18 and 15. So they're both, you know, and you have to downplay it, right? My kids don't watch anything I do on YouTube or any of my other shows. And so, so you downplay it and you just say, hey, you know, this is just policy. Yeah, they're just closing down the house. No one at the house right now who lives there has it. So I just got to go in because it's company policy.
And I think you're going to be all right, man. I know it's a scary deal, but, you know, you guys have it good up there. You guys have a real competent on-the-ball mayor. I'm not.
Look at Katie. Her Adderall brain is just kicked in. She's like, I've got to type. I've got to do this. I've got to do that.
I'm not running that guy's campaign or anything, but what I'm saying is it's a lot better than what we have down here, where we've gone back to just legit Wild West, to wear a mask, don't wear a mask, whatever you want to do.
Right. How have you been navigating the COVID? You know, Katie, let me just say that I hope everything is well with you and your family in this age of pandemic, and that people are as healthy as they ever have been.
Yeah, we've been we've been doing okay. I don't think I've left the house in like 2 weeks, to be honest.
Oh, really, huh?
Yes, this is crazy. But we've been in lockdown since before it was like even lockdown here because of my son.
Yeah.
And we're doing okay. I mean, my husband was laid off. That was the biggest. But outside of that, we're fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
What part of the country are you guys in, Katie?
Midwest.
Midwest.
Yeah.
That's good.
Is it like the disputed lands or any specific state or?
The disputed lands. That's right. It's in that Bandito territory in between like Montana and Canada.
We're in Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota, cool.
Yeah.
I've got some friends up there.
I have
Nice.
people I'm sorry, you guys. I have people literally trying to hack into my IP right now. I'm like, I don't even know what to do. Like,
I am not a technical person.
Okay, serious question. If people were trying to hack into your IP, like your actual address that your computer sends out into the world that lets your internet service provider know that you are logged on, if someone was hacking into that, would you continue on the live and just let everyone know what's happening, B, log off, or C, log off and call your internet provider who should already have the shield on there? Like, there's just no way that can happen. She's using words that she's heard uni rock, you know. The other, if I put emphasis on this and use this word, they will think that I am a critical thinker. I'm sorry, okay, but uni boob, no. Because with those shoulders, you don't have enough, you know, enough width for two boobs. I am so cruel. Look at me. Oh my God, am I a troll? No, I'm not, Katie, but you are. It's you doing it to yourself. And why would you bring this up? You want to get off the live because you've got nothing to say because your act's over, is it? Or is it getting a little hot in the kitchen talking about mummy? How's your family? I don't know. I'd have to go downstairs and physically ask my husband how he's doing because I don't know. I wait till my son goes to sleep. But Katie's son also has access to her channel. And we've seen or heard him watching her, you know, from the bathroom. Sometimes it's like she's even talked about it. It's how he can see what he's doing, what she's doing. But see how Andrew was saying, I didn't even give my kids access to my channel. They don't see any of my videos. Katie wouldn't know what is adult content or kids content. Like, even just with the YouTube kids, oh my God, there's some serious shit on there.
Person, anything that goes wrong. I mean, my girlfriend, new girlfriend, by the way, Katie, the last time that we the last time that we talked, I'm
you
still
were
going
dating
up.
her.
I was dating her, that's right.
Yeah.
And things remarkably are still going exceptionally well, which I don't know how that happened. I haven't been able to figure out a
Oh,
way to
please. You're
sabotage
a charming, sexy man. Stop it, Andrew.
So now I'm gonna blush. You can't make me
Good.
blush.
It's Friday and you're about to go into quarantine. Get it all out. Enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Katie, have you thought about contacting the FBI or
I did.
Kovich?
You
You
did.
did.
Tell us about. So how does that work? How did that work?
Well, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, you can't do that.
Fuck me. You contacted the FBI because what? You can just do that. You've got them on speed dial. I bet you are the FBI. You're probably calling yourself in a pre-recorded, you know, set it up so everything runs smoothly so you can believe your life. Look at you. You did not even miss a beat. I already have, but I can't talk about it. Huh? Then why even bring it up? Because I don't know, but let's listen again.
I was dating her, that's right.
Yeah.
And things in that Bandito territory in between like Montana and
We're
Canada.
in Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota, cool.
Yeah.
I've got some friends up there.
I have
Nice.
people I'm sorry, you guys. I have people literally trying to hack into my IP right now. I'm like, I don't even know what to do. Like,
I am not a technical person. Anything that goes wrong. I mean, my girlfriend, new girlfriend, by the way, Katie, the last time that we the last time that we talked, I'm
you
still
were
going
dating
up.
her.
I was dating her, that's right.
Yeah.
And things remarkably are still going exceptionally well, which I don't know how that happened. I haven't been able to figure out a
Oh,
way to
please. You're
sabotage
a charming, charming, sexy man. Stop it, Andrew.
So now I'm gonna blush. You can't make me
Good.
blush.
It's Friday and you're about to go into quarantine. Get it all out. Enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Katie, have you thought about contacting the FBI or
I did.
Kovich?
You
You
did.
did.
Tell us
Yes.
about. So how does that work? How did that work?
Well, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, you can't do that. Maybe we'll do that.
I don't want to
You'll
talk
have
about
to tune in
anything
next
related to
Friday.
anything related to anything, if you know what I mean. Like, I just don't want to go there.
I know you didn't even want to tell us what state you live in.
There's just a lot going on, and I just want to keep my family safe right now. And
No,
I don't
totally.
want to, like, I feel like I'm going to throw up right now. I'm pretty.
Well, knock, knock, knock. Who's there? Oh my God, Katie, it's self-awareness. Like Sam just said, you're getting hacked, your IP's under attack, but here you are just giving out your state that you live in. Let's narrow it down. You are just so dumb. You put your family at risk every single time you go online. You give away so much information, but you don't know because you just think that you're hanging out with your stranger friends. What can go wrong? You have no idea that it's worldwide and the internet is forever. I was just I was halfway through replying to Renelle and you said, oh no, I hope I didn't. Was that me that retracted it? Oh, I don't know if I just accidentally did that or you did. I don't know. But anyway, now I've called it out and made it into a big deal. No. I think you said something. Is she trying to get into someone else's IP? But she's not that smart. She's really just throwing around terms that would make her seem like she holds some kind of knowledge. And she learned all this from, in my opinion, hanging out in Unirock's Discord. Like when she had to mod, it's like the people that she would have to interact with there. And she just picked up like gaming lingo, like computer tech lingo, but she doesn't know anything. She's just throwing the terms around. Whereas I know what she's trying to say, and I know that you can't do that. Like, what a shit internet service provider you have if hackers are able to get direct access to your IP. That is just ridiculous. But she is using CenturyLink, which Toad used to work for. Who remembers when she said Toad is an engineer? Engineerer. I don't know why, because it's not an engineer. But that was just his title for, you know, the help desk. But basically setting up the wiring and that for the internet. You go to community college, but it's a trade. Well, at least he's more skilled than Katie. You know, Katie's got nothing except Spanish degree.
It's okay. I feel like that too.
Well, Katie, I you know, when I look at your videos and on your Instagram feed, right, my heart does go out to you in many times because I know that you're doing the right thing. You're sticking up for people. You're challenging people, and in some small way, I try to do the same thing. Except, you know, I don't get as much crap.
Remember Dale? He'd always be like, "You go and like, you guys are bear pokers. Like that's what you guys do for a living, and you expose things that people don't want to see, and you call things out, and you stand up for things." And I think when people are exposed and or somebody's doing things that aren't okay or nefarious, and you speak up and you defend people, it obviously upsets people. And so, you know, you get a lot of people that have like not the best backgrounds then coming out and saying, oh, you're a terrible person, or Katie's doing this, or Katie says this and Katie does that. And it's like, I've always tried to be fair. I always try to see if somebody is like, if there's another side of the story. And I feel like I've changed a lot too. I try to be more deliberate now when I look at things and more objective. But I think sometimes it's hard to be objective when it's very clear what's happening. But at the same time, you know, as you rise, people want to then say you're a bad person. And you just have to kind of like remind yourself that it's just noise on the internet. Like people can say they don't like me. That's fine. I don't care if people don't like me, you know, like.
God, put it on fucking repeat. The carousel from hell. How many times have we heard her say this? I don't care what people think of me. I don't watch their videos. But the number one reason, well, Katie's insecure and she cares the most about what people think about her and say about her. That's what she's interested in. And imagine spending that much energy worrying about what other people are saying about you. But then I guess when you don't know who you are and you're just a leaf going round and around the drain, you know, round and around, fucking this carousel. It's the same script over and over again, but just no, like it's just words. It's just words. That's scary. I'm getting more scared. Just that there's no substance, no. Oh, Katie. No, I'm not going to feel sorry for you. No. Leave. Leave. Look at her trying to act like she knows stuff. I love that, like, Sam is fully staring her down and just trying to get any laugh out of her, like you would at a comedy show if someone was, like, hard to break. Like, that's one of my favorite things, like, breaking them, making them laugh, like, because they're the people that you really want to laugh at your jokes. But yeah, Katie's got no, I don't even know what it would be. The opposite of what she is. No calmness, no coolness, no flow.
I want to just make content and I want to talk about the things that I'm passionate about. And, you know, if I've upset people that I called out for being bad people or for doing bad things, you know, sometimes I feel like when people are upset about their behavior, it's easier to point the finger at the person that called it out.
Sure. Oh, definitely.
Than it is to reflect. But, you know, if I ever get stories wrong, I always correct them. If I, you know, make mistakes, I will never say that, you know, that happens all the time in print. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, point the finger at the person that called it out.
Sure. Oh, definitely.
Than it is to reflect. But, you know, if I ever get stories wrong, I always correct them. If I, you know, make mistakes, I will never say that, you know, that happens all the time in print. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't even tell you how many times I get someone in, like, that's why the New York Times has corrections. You know what I mean? Like, you have to correct things. And so when I've made mistakes,
I remember
What was that, Sam?
Sorry, Sam, I want to butt in. The New York, whatever she just said, the publication that's an actual media corporation that has editors and publishers that go well beyond the writer. Katie, you had one editor at Patheos who was telling you that you needed to correct all the stuff you were writing about TATI. It was pure defamation, pure lies, no source. That's when you learnt if you just say the word source, people believe you have a source. And look where we are now. 7M wants to know who your source is, and you're out there with your shovel just digging away, throwing anything at them, but, you know, anything but a source because you ain't got that. Oh, keep drinking up.
Oh, one summer I was interning at the Chicago Tribune, actually, in Chicago when I lived up there. And it was such a fascinating experience, just seeing how a major newspaper operates like that. Because I remember one of our, I'd say, like, kind of, he wasn't a beloved old columnist or anything like that. He's kind of a new, kind of younger guy. He was from Kansas, and nobody really knew his background. And he kind of had this fling with another reporter, a woman in the office, and you know, that it was interesting to see the way they worked around story angles. But the thing was, like, anytime there was some big crime event in downtown Chicago, the guy would go missing, and we had no idea where he was. And then somehow, whatever bank robbery or shooting that was happening downtown, Superman would show up and save the day. And then when we would get back to the office, this reporter would show back up and we go, "Hey, what the hell were you? You're our beat reporter on crime." And Superman comes down here to save everybody and you're nowhere to be found. But here you are. I don't know. It's all very fishy.
Yeah, you know, Sam, it's sad that it took me at least 20 seconds. It took me at least 20 seconds for you to realize what kind of shtick you were doing.
He's talking about Katie, right? Like, straight over her head. Not even, no little reaction until the end, smiling. But what was she doing? I thought she was, you know, going to have a roll up or something. She looked like, or is she doing typey? I wish I had the sound effects. The Spanish degree. You know, it would be so good if she did the Duggar T in Spanish. You know, just another version of her, but she can't even remember.
Yeah, shame, eternal shame, nothing but shame on my part.
Well, I just want you to have a nice laugh before we go get locked down with Al 9000.
You know, I feel like it's, you know, in the world we live in, the one thing they don't really teach you when you start becoming a blogger or a writer is this is a ruthless industry.
Yeah.
And a lot of people does.
I love you. Thank you very much.
They do teach you that. If you went to university and you studied writing or journalism, they teach you about what kind of industry it is and, you know, what is expected of you and where the boundaries are. Like if you had done that, Katie, you would probably be able to match whatever label you put on yourself. But yeah, I don't think you're a writer because nothing has changed. You're still a shit writer. Nothing has changed at all. I think you might have got worse. Yeah. And blogger. Yeah. Thank God we're not hearing journalist. But do you know what? She even, remember in the TATI lawsuit, she signed a declaration that she was a blogger, not a journalist. So I wonder if that like plays into now she's harping on the journalist. But if she's a journalist now, does that mean that she lied on that? I don't know. I don't know. It's just
what you have, or they want to, you know, I've always believed, and this is what I've loved. This is what I loved about Patheos, and this is the one piece that I miss about Patheos is that I really felt like as a group, everyone supported everyone, and that nobody was vindictive. Nobody wanted to take somebody else's blog down. Nobody wanted to hurt anyone else's business. Everyone wanted to support everyone because everyone knew as a
you stole Suzanne's stuff about the Duggars. You basically shut her out and took all her info. But you didn't understand it because we all know your comprehension is not there.
the collective, we grew together.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've taken those relationships. Like I'm obviously still friends with you and I'm still friends with Suzanne. And a lot of people that were following me from other outlets.
Friends is just a label. She wouldn't know what friends are. They are just saving face. Yeah, we're friends, you know? Sure. Whatever you want to call it.
When I was working at Patheos, have come with me and they still follow me and they've changed all of the people that you have in your life that are like,
You got to know all the people.
right. Like they don't know all of the people that you work with. They don't know all of the relationships that you have. They don't know like
A lot of relationships.
exactly. This is a relationship building business, and you can't put out willing to work with people or willing to find a place where you can work together. My problem.
Lord knows if you're doing the right thing, you will always get ahead no matter what. You too, Paul. And I have to say that, you know, people need to figure out that they'll never get anywhere, especially in this country, doing the wrong thing. And we've seen that over and over.
Yeah.
Doing the wrong thing will never pay off.
Yeah.
Sam, you're a bad guy, Sam. That's what you are.
Katie, do you know the difference between right and wrong? I don't know. Because you've been doing the wrong thing and you think it's the right thing. So you just keep doing the wrong thing over and over and then keep blaming everyone else for what you've done and you're the one being sued. You know what? Why does my brain hurt with you, okay? You are so dumb.
Well, it might be the last time we get to see
I
you
feel
for a
like
few
I
weeks,
want to have
Andy.
Andy and Sam on my channel.
How the fuck can Katie's channel help them? She thinks, oh, she's got a bigger audience. They have brains, and to watch your channel, I don't think you need one because you do all the thinking for everyone. My God, look, this is her. It's near the end. It's the happy hour.
Well, you know, Sam, I just don't get enough comments, negative comments in my intro. Okay.
Whoa!
You're gonna have to talk to me after I get out of quarantine, to tell you the truth.
I can help you guys.
I told you the show would pay off, Andy. I told you. You didn't believe me.
Well, Sam, I just don't get enough negative comments in my internets. And so
I'm supposed to do one with Suzanne too. I just am like, I always talk to Suzanne. So Suzanne and I are always collaborating about the doctors. And she has so much knowledge because she was in that world, right?
Yes, Suzanne, and I always butcher her name, Tetmeyer. I don't know. She's a blogger.
Her because she gets it from everyone because these cults hate whistleblowers.
Oh, they do. They hate.
I don't think it's your place to say anything about Suzanne's daughter and her life. Like, even if you've read it, it's just not your place. But you wouldn't know that, Katie. You don't know what's personal. You don't know boundaries. God, I'd love to have a chin wag with Suzanne and, not to be, well, maybe Andy and Sam Slade. We can roast Katie. Let's roast Toad. Let's bring them both in and roast them. Either end. No, that doesn't work. I don't know what I'm saying. We're almost at the end, so also sorry that the screen might have just been loading for a bit there. I don't know what's going on, but I think it's the heat is affecting my computer right now. Yeah, it's like a heat wave or something.
Hate them because cults try to find people who they can manipulate and take advantage of. And when someone says, "Oh, that's not for me. I can't do this anymore." Oh, it's ugly. It's totally ugly.
It's like the casting office at MTV.
All right, we're closing in on an hour. As you can probably all guess, I've got stuff I got to do before I go into work today.
I'm so sorry.
And you know what, Katie? It's always a pleasure talking to you. Like I said, the world has changed. It seems like 10 years since the last time we talked.
It wasn't. It wasn't. And I feel like I'm always talking about you. I always give you shout outs. I'm like, I love Andy.
I do the same thing.
You're sassy.
Sam is sassy. No, that's right. He's the co-host.
Sunshine mixed with a little lightning.
That's what this is.
That's what Sam is.
That's what he is. Yes.
Maybe he's more like cloudy skies.
So, Katie, for those people who aren't acquainted with your work, where can they find you online?
Without a Crystal Ball on YouTube. So youtube.com/withoutacrystalball. And then I have Instagram, which is Without a Crystal Ball on Instagram. And then I have my Facebook, Without a Crystal Ball. I've yet to get my website set up. I'm going to finally get that set up at some point. I'm looking to find some people that can help with that. And we'll figure that out later. But yeah, YouTube is typically where I do my most work.
All right. Good job.
So folks in the chat asking for links to Andy and I, you can find us on Facebook at Friday Morning with Andy and Sam. You can find the Laughing and Disbelief blog.
On Patheos.
On Patheos, and also on, that's also your Instagram.
That's my Instagram and my Facebook page too.
And then I'm just at the Sam Slade across most social media. And Jesse Bear, we don't care for name calling here, ma'am. Thank you. We don't care for that kind of talk.
Very good. Thanks for everyone for watching and for commenting.
Jesse is my moderator and one of my closest friends.
Well,
that's fantastic.
We don't welcome that kind of attitude around here. Katie, it was so nice to meet you and get to know you this morning.
Oh, I should go. I was like, I wonder what Jesse Bear said, but we have the live chat. Sassy Sam doesn't sound. So I'm just going silent because I can't read and talk and scroll. Oh, look, she's giving a summary of Suzanne's blog. Oh no, herself. That she's a Snapple bottle. Snapple bottle. Must be a drink. Is it a drink? Snapple bottle of random facts about the Quiverful cult. They call it that because a huge part of their ideals is to have as many kids as possible, like an archer with a full quiver. What's a quiver? I don't know what a quiver is. And I thought I knew what quiverful meant before you took me down the path of, are we playing archery with bows? Because that's where I was. And then, so maybe the gut. And is that, that's where my mind would have explained it. And then years later, I would have understood it. But, you know, this is 2020, so I got time. Oh, I should look at live. Look, that's annoying. That's so annoying when that happens. Oh, come on. Where is it? Oh, because it's ended. Sorry. It's like, is it even really worth it? Yes. I want to see what Jessie Bear said. Is it just Sassy Sam? Okay. Well, that was a letdown, but thanks for that. Thanks for everything, Katie. Oh my gosh, just over an hour. That's pretty good for an hour. Usually I'm double. But chat, what do you guys think about that? Yeah, let's just remove the screen. Katie's just given me the vibes that whenever she has someone on her channel and she doesn't like them, or, you know, any female basically, and she gets that resting bitch face, but it's the stinky face. My friend has a resting bitch stinky face too. So, you know, I'm not just singling Katie out. It's a thing. I have resting serious face, and I'm never serious in my life, only when my face is resting. Oh, Snapple. I think I've heard it on Gilmore Girls. Is it like Apple? I'm going to say, is it like Apple and Snaps together? I don't think we have it. Well, we don't have it in my state. We might have it over east is more like New South Wales and Victoria. They're more, you know, than any state here. We don't really have anything. We don't even call it soda. We call it cool drink. The whole rest of the country calls it soda. Oh, you have RBF, Sarah. Oh, I love it. Cactus high five. It's quite good though, because who wants people to? You don't want to be too approachable, because then anyone will come up to you, like Katie. Oh, what's this? Will Suzanne's blog no longer quivering was a play on the Quiverful Fundy movement. Yeah, like, and Quiverful, is that the what are the plats? It's not the plats. What is the word? Is it the prats? Oh my God. The one, is it the plates? Oh my God, my brain has totally let the team down. But you know, the one when they like sing, they're in a band. Katie covered them once. Anyway, I can't think, and I'm just throwing words out there like I know what I'm talking. I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. I just zoom past all that. But yes, the I was so, well, how far off was I really when I said the plates? The plats. Yes. Oh, are they Quiverful movement? I think like they're more different than, well, is the Duggars Quiverful? I don't know. There's a difference, isn't there? Look, it doesn't really matter. Oh, the Duggars are Quiverful. Oh, God. Oh, that's right. It's all coming back to me now. Katie's lessons. I can hear Katie talking. Bill Goddard. No, because I don't even know what his name is. Okay, so what, in conclusion, was this worth a trip down memory lane? I reckon it was. 2020 was a really long year for Katie. So much happened, didn't it? But also that was like, yeah, lockdown. The whole world went into lockdown. Oh my God. And we were forced into the hell of the lawsuit with Tati Westbrook. I mean, God, there was no better time really for Emily to arise out of nowhere and walk us through the TATI lawsuit with Katie. Because if we just read it, you know, we needed someone else to look at this bullshit and tell us that this is bullshit. Like, this is what we've been dealing with. And Emily, I'll never forget Emily's face when she read Katie's response. You know, when Katie was like, look, they threw me under the bus for Dramageddon. This is Jeffree Star's fault. Okay, where am I? Way off topic, but still in 2020, I guess. Look, guys, give this video a like, share it. There'll be timestamps for the replay crew, but you don't really need that info at the end. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And I always want to include the chat a bit more, but I get so distracted with my eyes, where should I look and where should I tune out? But also I just want to say thanks so much to everyone that has hit the subscribe button and become a Cacti crew. I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate just everyone, really. It took me a long time to have confidence and like put my stuff out there and not go and hide. So really everyone that followed me beforehand is responsible for what I am now. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and I hope you have a good day. It's Monday, isn't it? I'll catch you on later on in the week. Might have to do a few lives, so I'll find something else we can watch. And yeah, be reminded, maybe we should do Janelle. Well, head to my community board. I'll do a poll there as well, because I recently came across my old treasure trove. I know Katie uses that word, of my Janelle stuff, because I used to follow Teen Mum and 16 and Pregnant. Like, that's why I joined Twitter in 2000 and whatever it was, 12 or something. I can't even remember. And then up until 2020, held on for a bit after Nugget, but couldn't handle when they got new dogs. And then I thought it would be better on this side, with Katie. Oh my God, I never ever thought that I would be entering a carousel ride and there would be no getting off ever, because it spins and spins and spins. No one knows where they are, but we all know it's the same script. We've heard it all before, and it repeats itself like every 3 months for what? Almost 4 years now, almost 5 years. I don't know. 7M, I'm putting all my Cactus eggs in your basket, and I shouldn't, because no one should bet all their money like that, or their eggs. But that's where I am. Come on, 7M. Okay, guys, take care, and yeah, we'll have another live sometime this week. But my brain is like so brain dead. It's like, where's the exit? I'm standing at the exit and I don't even know how to use the handle, because that's what Katie does to me. Mush brain. Okay, guys, take care.